Hello, it's Brian. I'm back with another video. Today I'm going to go over something that I kind of coined as Kinsella core. Maybe somebody said that before. It probably makes sense, but I'm going to go over my Kinsella records that I have. The Chicago kind of collective of brothers and cousins, the Kinsellas, and some of their friends that are also band members as well. I'm going to talk about some of the albums I have and just kind of talk about that and have a drink as well. I just ate, so I'm very sober. I haven't had any other drinks, so, and I bought this Hop Valley thing on clearance, a 6-pack of this hazy IPA. I think it's coming in at 6.5%. Grapefruit peel, unmasked citrus flavor and aroma. Oh yeah. And I also have a Hop Valley glass that I bought. I got the 6-pack for $4. Hop Valley is probably not the most cool drink to get because it is owned by Molson Coors, maybe Miller. I don't think it's called Miller. They still make Miller, but it's Molson Coors. But it's based in Oregon. I think it's based in Oregon or brewed there. Yep. But that's what I'm drinking. I'm letting it settle actually, but all right, let's show it off a little bit. There it is. It also has Creo hops. I don't know exactly what that means. Maybe just iced hops. I've read about it a little bit, but I am far from beer production, so I don't know for sure. Starting off with this Joan of Arc Kinsella core kind of thing. I will show off the album that probably started it, which is called, from the band Captain Jazz, and the title of the album is Kites, Kung Fu, Trophies, Banana Peels We Slipped On, and Eggshells We've Tippy-Toed Over. A nice half-hour album. Have it on CD. I traded it I traded it to a friend who got it from Goodwill, or I traded some vinyl for it many years ago. I'm very happy to have it. It was a very kind of emotional thing. I really want this. I will trade you a bunch of stuff, and I got it. And yeah. And I guess that's a CD, but I was talking about records, but that's a cool item though. This is the first Joan of Arc album. You do have Tim Kinsella and Mike Kinsella on this album. Tim is probably more intense and more intellectual than Mike, but they're both very talented in different ways. And Mike's probably more musically talented, and he's a good drummer. And Tim is just an intense guy, really weird, and likes to make weird statements that are uncomfortable. But this is the first Joan of Arc album, a portable model of 1996, I think, maybe 97. I think it's 97. And Captain Jazz, I'm not sure on the year. I think it's like 94, 95. And the Captain Jazz album is kind of a Midwest emo classic. And Joan of Arc kind of wanted to get away from the emo. It's not very hardcore. It's just more kind of explorative in a way, but still sad in times. And there's a lot of experimentation, and half the tracks are kind of the brainchild of a band member named Jeremy Boyle. Maybe, but not necessarily. But there's just a lot of weird tracks that you wouldn't really consider songs. And I am wearing a Joan of Arc shirt, which I regret it to not have mentioned. I saw him on this tour, 1984. This has the band members at that time as children on my sleeves. But I'll keep going. This video is kind of dragging a little bit. And we'll take a drink because I haven't had one yet. Pretty good, pretty good. There's a little sting to it. I like that. Maybe because it's getting old, because it is a little expired. That's why it was on clearance, but I digress. I'll take another one. All right, this next album, I didn't mention Sam Zurich. He was also on this album, and he's also on Captain Jazz. Sam Zurich played bass originally, and Captain Jazz. Joan of Arc probably as well, and on this era he switched to guitar, and he was kind of the engine for this band. The first thing that brought the band together is weird riffs and guitar playing, and the other band members kind of went along with it. Tim Kinsella does sing, and this is getting close to that hardcore. I'd say it's far from emo though. It's a bit inverted and abrasive, but there's not a lot of emotion. There's just a lot of awkwardness, being cheeky and funny. This is a really good band, and this also has Nate Kinsella, another Kinsella, a cousin. And the cool thing about him in this band is that he plays drums and does keyboards or Wurlitzer at the same time. Not always at the same time, but he does both, sometimes at the same time. So, and this also has Bobby Berg, another Joan of Arc mainstay, on bass, and he's on here somewhere. You can definitely recognize him if you know him. I think he's that guy here, but I don't know for sure. It's kind of hard for me to tell though. But yeah, very hardcore. Actually got this at a show, the first time seeing him, probably the only time I saw him, in Chicago, about when this album came out. And this is a good album. I like the cover a lot because it looks like a tattoo. It's like tattoo art, and it's pretty cool art. It's Going to the Bone Church. And yeah, definitely not the most famous make-believe album, but a very good one. And next I will go with a weird single thing. The Association of Utopian Hologram Swallowers. This is a double 7-inch. 2 7-inch singles, 4 sides. And you got Bobby Berg's band, The Love of Everything, and you have Joan of Arc, basically Tim Kinsella's band. And you got Owen, which is Mike Kinsella going solo. And you got Make Believe, Sam Zurich and Nate Kinsella at that time. And then you got a secret track from Sam Zurich at the end of one of these. Sam Zurich, People Dick, I think is the name of that particular project. But yeah, this is pretty awesome. A double single is always cool in my book. I like everything on it. My least favorite is probably the Joan of Arc song, but it's still fun and interesting. But I really love the rest. The Make Believe song is, yeah, they're all really good. And the Owen kind of sticks out like a sore thumb. It might relate more to The Love of Everything than the rest, but Make Believe and Joan of Arc are abrasive and kind of weird as ever. And here we go here with a Joan of Arc album from 2009. In this era, I won a contest at Polyvinyl. I got Tim Kinsella's signature on here. I don't know if it's showing very well. There it is. And this is Flowers. An experimental kind of lighter record after a more serious divorce album before, which is also good, but this album, it's just, I just still have it on vinyl. It does have stuff from the sessions before, but new stuff, and it's a lighter record. There's experimental tracks again, but they're not electronic like the early Joan of Arc, but they're more just instrumental, kind of weird, kind of collage stuff. But that's great in my book. And the next thing I have is a Owen single, Abandoned Bridges, with I'm Always in Love cover as a B-side by Wilco. And this particular release I got for helping kickstart Birthmark, Nate Kinsella's band's second album, I think. And you got Mike Kinsella's signature and Nate Kinsella's signature on here. So this is a really good A-side, kind of a mean-spirited Owen song, which is he's very good at, and he's kind of become in a way, but still pretty and folky. And it's always nice to have covers just to show your inspiration. And it's a very good Wilco song, one of the best, really. So that's a good choice. Is this cover is good? Well, it's fine, but all right, next I have an Owen full length, New Leaves. These are, I think I went to a show during that era as well. Nate Kinsella's all over that one too. And he actually played at the show that I saw for this one on bass with Mike. So it has some meaning to me. It's a good album. I come back to it a lot. It's the one Owen album I have on vinyl. And the last thing I will show, or no, I got two more. The last two I will show, and this is Nate Kinsella's album, The Lair. Nate Kinsella is interesting because he plays a lot of weird instruments. His singing voice might lack presence, but it's still fine, and it's not quite frontman, but it's still pretty good. Part of the thing, I don't know, people mention a lot that he has a lot of kind of atheist songs. I don't know if that's kind of the thing with this, but there's a lot of like strings and cello and nice moods. This is pretty good. I don't have Shaking Hands anymore, but I do have the Bobby Berg kind of EP, Best Intentions, a very stark cover. It's a pretty awesome album though. Let's see, what can I say about it? There is a Descendants cover on it. Love of Everything is covering Descendants' marriage. It's pretty cheesy, but it's awesome. The thing with Love of Everything that I really like is it's very lighter. There's lighter fare. There's a lot of Daniel Johnston influence, and it's just kind of about being cute in a way and being silly. And I really love it. It's fun to listen to, and it's interesting. Sometimes there's intense themes with it as well. Well, that concludes my tour of the records that I have of Kinsella Core, or whatever you want to say it. Chicago, weird, artsy, postmodern-ish band. That's all I have to say. Signing off. Cheers. Still got a lot of beer. Cheers again. Ah.